And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
All right, good evening, everyone. What's up? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on March 25th, the last exhibition game for 2025. We're going to get ready to get into the regular season. And we got a special guest, Vince Russo, joins the show, man. He's going to talk to us about what he thinks about the Giants. So let's do this, man. What'd you like about the spring? What didn't you like? What do you think?
You know, Eric, I was on the show, about a month ago, maybe
Yeah,
maybe a little bit longer. And listen, you guys got to understand something. Eric, I've been my first recollection of baseball growing up in New York, Eric, I was drawn to baseball through the Amazing Mets. 1969. I was 8 years old. I was 8 years, and we know the story of the Amazing Mets. After that, my father was a Giants fan because he grew up in New York. So when they moved to the West Coast, he remained loyal. So literally, I've been a Giant fan from 1970. Bro, the year they lost 100 games, I watched every one of those losses. Okay, every one of them, Eric. So, Eric, I got to say, man, nobody, I don't want to say this because I know you do, and I know a lot of guys on this network do, but I love the Giants just as much as anybody else does. I mean, there's no question about that, bro. It's weird, Eric, because over the years, I've lost interest in all the other sports but baseball. I grew up, on Long Island, bro. I was a fan of the ABA and the New York Nets when they had Dr. J. I was a huge fan. I was a huge fan of the Super Bowl Giant years. I was a huge fan. I was a Minnesota North Star fan. But my God, bro, over the years, I just fell off with every sport but baseball. Baseball and the Giants are the only thing I'm really left that I'm really, really passionate about. And the reason why I'm saying all that, bro, is because, of course, I want them to win. Right. Every single Giant fan wants them to win. However, when Buster took over, and what I was trying to say about a month ago, because everybody was criticizing Buster with, Adames and Verlander, and that's all you're going to do. And this guy's out there, and that guy's out there, and this guy's out there, and blah, 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 blah. Bro, I felt the need with the mess that Farhan was and with the mess that he freaking created. Bro, the worst thing that happened to us was that 107 win season that made no effing sense whatsoever. But based on that, we had what's his face, Kepler, whatever. I even Kepler. We had Kepler and Zahadi, Farhan thinking everything was working hunky dory. That was the worst thing that could have ever happened to us. So going into spring training, especially when Buster was named, I was all about, bro, we need to take a year and hit the pause button. Let's see what we got and where we are. Obviously, they needed a shortstop. There was no question about that. Right. Luciano, really disappointed everybody, whether they brought him up too soon or whatever. He was the plan. It didn't work out. There was no shortstop. So they addressed that immediately. Another thing I said the last time I was on the show was the effect Verlander was going to have on this young pitching staff, man. I don't care how many innings he pitches or what his record is. The effect he's going to have on not only the young guys, freaking Logan Webb, he's going to have an effect on. So I looked at those two, signings, and I thought that was great. And then we hit the pause button. And it was like, okay, bro, let's see what we got. We've got to put these young kids on the field. We got to see who's going to perform and who's not going to perform. Now, listen, man, come trade deadline, if they're flirting with a playoff spot, there is no doubt in my mind they're going to do whatever they can do to get in the playoffs. But I will say, Eric, even if they finish 500 again, I think they desperately needed to hit that pause button this year, get rid of all the analytic bullshit and the analytic offices and all that shit. Let's get down to basic fundamental baseball. And bro, I think that's what we saw all spring training long. It was basic, station to station, defense, pitching, fundamental baseball. And Eric, that's what you got to do, bro. You first got to get back to basics. And I think that's what Buster said. This is a guy that won 3 championships.
Right.
Let's get back to what brought us to the dance. How did we win those 3 championships? And I think the organization really got back to basics, hit the pause button. Let's see what we got. God, bro, I think if we learned one thing, Eric, I get it. Listen, 21-6 means absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we walked away with one thing from spring training, bro. They're going to be a competitive team, and if they're a competitive team, I am hoping come July trade deadline we have a shot. Okay. And if they do, okay, bro. At that point, we know where we are. Can we add some players? Can we make this run? So I'm very, very satisfied with where we are. Bro, the Encarnacion, God, that injury killed me. I was so eager to see what this guy was going to do. But you know what, Eric? We had to suffer one injury.
Yeah.
Somebody was going to go down. There's no question about it. And, listen, man, this may be the opportunity for Matos to, step up, and they put him in that DH spot. Let's see what he can do. But what I'm saying is, and then I want to hear your thoughts. I am very interested. I am very satisfied with where we are going into this season. I want to hear your thoughts.
I like what you're saying there. You broke it down. I like what you're saying. There's one thing that I was talking about when we were going into this offseason, or when we got into the offseason, is I want the Giants to do more than just hit the home run. And that's what Farhan was doing. It was the 3 true outcomes, right? It's that whole analytic. It's about the home run, the strikeout, and the walk. Well, the Giants were doing one more than the other, and they were striking out. They weren't walking a lot, and yeah, they were hitting a few home runs, but not enough to compete. So I'm like exactly what you said, and I said this from the beginning when Buster Posey got hired. He is going to change the philosophy of what the club is going to do. It's about getting a situational hitting, and it's great because I've been hearing it all on the radio. I've been hearing it from the club. We're focusing on situational hitting, and that's what you got to do. That's how you're going to win games, and that's something, when I talk about a Nugget, you're talking about Matos, McRae. I thought the guy's got to go to AAA. He's got to work on his swing because he's just striking out too much. He's going to be more of a hindrance for the team than someone that's going to do something. But you look what he did in the spring. Now he's just finding grass, man, because soon as he gets on base, he's going to wreak havoc.
Yeah.
And it does 2 things, not only with the speed, but now you're getting into the head of the pitcher, and it just creates a condition to where the Giants can score some more runs rather than just trying to kill the ball. So in that aspect, that's what I love about Buster Posey. And you nailed it. It's about the fundamentals. You got to catch the ball, you got to throw the ball, you got to hit the ball, right?
Eric, they won that game today on one fundamental play. And bro, I'm telling you, I don't think they would have made the play last year. And here they won that game tonight on one play. Guys, understand, I know it was an exhibition game. Right. I understand that. But they won that game on one play, bro. One freaking play. I think they had a 2-run lead. I think they had a 2-run lead, bro. Yes. So we got second and third, nobody out.
Mm-hmm.
So now they go base hit ties the game. Okay.
Right.
So what happens, bro? The dude gets the base hit, goes to third, throw comes through to Huff through the runner out at second base.
Yes.
That would not have happened last year. So now, okay, they're up by a run, runner on third, 1 out. Duvall needs that strikeout. Strike him out, and we're getting out of this inning. Struck out the next guy. They got out of the inning. They never lost the lead. I don't think they would have made that play last year. That is as fundamental as you get. I don't even think they would have threw down last year in fear of throwing the ball away and the guy scoring from third. That play, which
nice
Eric,
call.
like you said, nothing but that's little league shit, bro. That is little league shit. They won the game tonight on that one play.
And that's fantastic. That's what you want to see, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to see. And then let's talk about this. There's a few positions out here that we're waiting to hear. I got Twitter up, so if anything breaks, we'll talk about it. You know, we got with Encarnacion going down. I think Tom Murphy's going to go into 60 days, so they got some maneuverability here that they could do with the roster. There's a couple of guys. Well, first off, who do you think's the backup catcher? Is it Stassi? Is it Huff?
I think it's definitely Huff. And one thing about Stassi too that I was reading in, Eric, I you live there, so I know you know a billion things more than I do. But from what I was hearing, Stassi is happy because he's going to go down to Sacramento. His family's there, bro. So he's going to be around his family. Yeah, he knows he's getting a second opportunity. So, you know, I mean, I think that's a good situation for him. But Huff has certainly proven himself and won that job in this off season, man.
Yeah, he's got that bat, right? He's got that bat. His defense is not so good.
I agree.
And here's the thing, and I kind of like this because one thing with Bailey, yeah, the first half of the season, his bat will play it, but then usually he gets to that second half and all of a sudden it disappears.
Yeah.
And Huff, you know, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got a feeling they're going to give Bailey a lot more rest this year, just so he could get through the season. So we're talking maybe, you know, 40, 60 games for Huff. And that's going to play huge, you know, as far as his bat's concerned, because I think he's going to do some damage with that bat. Question is, can he catch sufficiently enough behind the plate to where you're not costing, right?
And also on top of that too, bro, like watching a few games this spring training, bro, he wasn't throwing a lot of guys out.
Right.
And that's like that real, you cannot let guys steal at will. I mean, you just can't. And I was noticing about him. I love his bat, bro, but they were stealing on him, man.
Yeah. And that's the game now, right? The game it's about the speed. And that's something I think we're going to see with the Giants as well. We're going to see a lot of stolen bases by the Giants, which is great. You know, Buster Posey understands that. He was a catcher. He knows what speed can do on the base paths.
Yeah.
So I think we're definitely going to see that. How about the infield? There's a battle going on for that infield. You got Schmidt, who I love, but he's proven it. You got Wisely, because if he's a left-handed bat coming off the bench, that kind of puts him ahead. What do you think about this kid, Christian Koss? He's opening some eyes. I mean,
I know. Yeah. Bro, listen, I have to say, we've seen shocking moves, especially in the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jelly going down. Bro, I got to tell you, I was not a huge Jelly fan. I just wasn't. But him getting sent down, then the flip-flop with Rupp and Birdsong, like, what?
That was crazy.
I gotta tell you, Eric, because I think Buster is like, bro, I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been up. I don't care how little time you've gotten to mine. Is if you're earning the spot, you're earning the spot. And, bro, I got to tell you, we've been hearing all season they need the lefty bat. It's going to be Wisely. It's going to be Wisely. It's going to be Wisely. But, bro, Schmidt has hit all off season, bro. He has hit nonstop. And if we look at the decisions that have been being made, bro, the guys earning the spots are getting the spots. I would not be surprised at all if Schmidt got that spot.
He should. I think he deserves it.
And I do too.
And look, and if we're gonna use the same criteria that Buster Posey used for Roop and Birdsong, well then maybe it should be Schmidt, right? Because he's the guy. And let's talk about this too. He could play second, he could play short, and he could play third.
Right.
Wisely could play second and short, but he ain't going to be able to play third. So I think I think Schmidt is a better glove. And he's showing something. And why not, man? That's what you got to do. You got to go out there and you got to put the best guys on the field. And I hope it's Schmidt. Maybe we'll find out tonight, or maybe it's going to be tomorrow. But how about the outfield? I think it's going to be. I think Matos and McRae both make it, right?
I mean, I would think so, man. I would think so. They're both playing really well, and man, I got to tell you again, it's only spring training,
correct.
But Yaz has had a little bit of a resurgence, and maybe he's feeling the pressure now of all these young kids breathing down his neck. Bro, it's funny, as young as this team is getting, and there's no question about they're getting young, bro, a couple of veterans still play really key roles. I think the biggest role, bro, I got to tell you, man, and he's the forgotten man. I think the biggest role, especially with Encarnacion down, is Wilmer. I really think, bro, Wilmer is key. Bro, if Wilmer can hit like Wilmer can hit, and they could pencil him in to that DH spot every single day, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge.
God. Now you just
Glenn's in the house, bro. Glenn's in the house.
Now you just perked his
you
ears.
awoke. The sleeping giant has been awoken. Oh boy, did I hear Wilmer?
Yes.
Oh my God!
It's like the silent assassin this year. He's going to be the most under the radar guy.
He could be
under the radar, and literally, guys, think about this. As this season enters, nobody in our chat, nobody around Major League Baseball has thought, hey, this guy could bounce back and be the comeback player of the year.
Could be. It's a possibility. We were talking about this yesterday, Vince. I talked about it here yesterday, and then I was on Dan's show the other day. The Giants really only have, and I said on Dan's show it's 2, but I guess we could say 3 guys who have quote unquote a baseball card, right? In other words, they're proven.
Right.
Chapman, Adames, Flores. Those are the guys who got baseball cards. Everybody else, and you kind of hit it right off the top, and your opening monologue was perfect. They're gonna see who hits and who doesn't. And then maybe next year they address, because is Ramos for real? Is Jung-Hoo Lee going to be is Fitzgerald? Even Bailey to a certain extent. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to work out as far as these young guys. And I got a feeling, even with, like you're saying, with Yaz, and remember, this is a contract year for him because he's a free agent next year. So he's probably going to play a little bit better. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. And I think it's what you're saying, Vince. Yes, I think the Giants are trying to see what they have. And then maybe next year, because even next year, more money's coming off the books.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to do a little bit more. We'll see. I'm hoping that's the plan.
Well, like you said earlier, Eric and Glenn, I know you just went to the game, but I think this is going to be a huge difference. I mean, we saw the game tonight. We just saw 27 games in spring training. I think it's fair to say they are going to be competitive. What does competitive mean? They're going to be in a lot of close games.
Yes.
However, being in a lot of close games, man, I feel they have something this year they did not have last year, and that was speed. Mm-hmm. So if you're in a lot of tie games, bro, a lot of one-run games, Fitzgerald gets on first to open up the inning. Yeah. Bro, that literally, man, that's the difference between a 500 team and 5 or 6 games over 500. They did not have that element last year at all. Glenn, do you see them running a lot more this year?
Well, I've said to Eric countless times, I don't know if you've seen any of our shows when I bring up the fact that how many times, Eric, have I said this team, it always seems to try to reinvent the game and just stick to the small ball, get a guy on. We got enough speed now. You got McRae and Fitzgerald, and even Ramos and Chapman can run. This team should be putting guys in scoring position right out of the gate. But for whatever reason, they don't seem to play. Now, is it fair to say, Vince, they don't always play, and I don't know why, they don't play to the strengths of the ballpark. Yeah. It's a big park.
Yeah.
It's got gaps. They always say, oh, it's a pitcher friendly. There's gaps out there. Put it in the gap. Hit doubles. But I don't know. I've said all along, they've got to use the speed more, and they've got to produce more on the bases themselves.
Yeah.
By the way, it's good to see you. Sorry,
You too, Glenn. You too, Glenn. Man, he was Eric was telling me, man, you're a hop, skip, jump away from the same. I'm like, you lucky bastard, bro. Like,
dude, I can.
I wish I could. I wish I could just roll out of bed and go see the Giants play, bro. You got no idea how lucky you are.
Vince, they could be singing the national anthem, and I leave, and I'm in my seat for the first pitch.
Oh, God bless you, man. That's awesome.
know. It must be nice, huh?
You know what? And guys, you don't realize it's not just the proximity. I don't have to pay $100 and some a night for parking.
That's awesome.
Ain't that the truth?
We're doing the show. I don't say, Eric, I'll be back in like an hour and 20 minutes with traffic. I'll go, Eric, I'm usually about 15 minutes or so by the time I get out of the second deck there and get home. So that's still not bad.
Yeah.
To get out of the ballpark in 15 minutes and get over here, do the show. So I'm really, you know what, man? I met a good girl. Here we are right by the ballpark. She loves baseball.
God bless. Yeah.
She's a sports fanatic. I mean,
there you go.
blessed.
Are you going to try to come down to San Francisco? Being you don't know,
bro. Maybe? I swear to God, I know. What's his? What do I always? The ticket guy. What I always say, Russ Stanley.
Russ Stanley.
I've known Russ for years. Bro, I swear to God, Eric, this happens every year. Every year I plan on coming down because Russ is, you got to come. And Russ, I'm coming. Eric, then freaking August, they shit the bed. And they start pissing me off, and I'm like, Russ, I ain't coming. Bro, I definitely wasn't going to come during the Capital years. I don't care if they won 127 games. I could not freaking stand that guy. But every year I say I'm going to come, and then, bro, that there's that stretch of 2 weeks where they're out of it, and I'm like, bro,
forget about it.
But, bro, that's another thing, Glenn and Eric, that people are not talking about. I swear to God, and you've got to take this into consideration. How better a year is Melvin going to have as a manager, not having to deal with Farhan and dealing with Buster Posey, and now he can manage. He doesn't have to worry about the bullshit they're feeding him, the analytics, who should bat sixth and who should bat seventh. Bro, I think the cuffs are going to be off Melvin, and I think that alone, bro, is going to help add to the success of this team.
And Absolutely. You know what? And I think a side effect, I guess, if you will, with this is I think that's why Roop got that starting job. I think it was because of Bob Melvin. Remember, it was last week. I think Dan even talked about it. He actually went to go watch Landon Roop play rather than watch the regular Giants play, so to speak, right? So he wanted to see what Roop was going to do. So that kind of was a telltale sign. Hey, looks like Roop might have an inside job on getting this fifth position. So again, maybe he's has a voice in the room rather than just being neutered. Because I mean, the guy's been a manager for 20 years. So obviously he has knowledge, right? He's going to know what to do.
And I think it was when Vince come on the show when the training camp opened. We were just getting, I don't know, maybe we got a couple of games in. Was it you, Vince, that brought up the fact? I mean, you go to camp. You should be able to. You should have at least the right to earn.
Absolutely, we talked about Harrison. Remember, I was like, he can't be, bro. It can't be a. No, I don't think anybody was a given this year. I don't think anybody was a given in training camp.
No. What did I say to you last night on the show, Eric? I said, who on their bingo card had Kyle Harrison at AAA 2 days?
Yeah, nobody did. He was the front runner, right, for that fifth spot.
And in fairness, I said at the start of camp, Eric, I said, it's his to lose, but is it fair to take it? Dude. And they didn't really give him an opportunity in the spread. There were some weird things going on this preseason, things that I really liked and some head scratchers. But to piggyback on what you said, Vince, let's get your take on this. You talked about a manager being able to manage this year. He's still going to have tough decisions. I think that whole right side of the team, are we the only team in Major League Baseball? We don't have a solidified first baseman.
He's going with the first baseman.
Yeah, he's right though, man. Guys, my favorite, Glenn, my favorite player of all time, bro, is Willie Mack. I mean, my dad was a Mays guy, but freaking when McCovey got up to the plate with those slow practice swing, like I loved McCovey. And then of course we got spoiled with Will the Thrill. I mean, you're right, man. Like that is the one position, man, that God, if we had a slugging first baseman, man.
I know, but it's not just the fact that I think there's going to be a lack of production from that spot. One of the lowest in baseball.
I do agree.
But you still, here we are, a new fresh season, a new outlook, and we want to see the manager make some, get free reign, if you will, allowed to do his job, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But I still have a feeling that with the situation they're at first base with Lamont, and they've got they're talking about playing Lamont in the outfield, and they could be playing Wilmer it still sets up that ugly word platoon where you don't know who's DHing, who's playing first, who could be out filling in an outfield position. It just creates a lot of uncertainty by not having a first baseman. Your thoughts?
I agree with I'm not going to argue that at all, Glenn. And I mean, I know they love Lamont. I know Lamont, can get on base and he's got a great eye. I understand all that, but we don't want a first baseman to just get on base. Okay?
Right.
Can you imagine McCovey's getting walked?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. That's great for your Johnny LeMaster shortstop. If Johnny LeMaster can take a walk, bro, tremendous. But first base is not the get on base position, bro.
Right.
That's not first base, man.
No, it's not. It's not. That's like your second baseman, shortstop, right? It's not your corner infielder.
But I think, is it fair, Eric? Like you and I sit down every day and we look over the rosters and the scoreboard on the show, and then we do the morning show. We tee things up. Are we the only team last year and again this year? I can't think of one where you've got another team that has this weird first base situation.
Well, here's the problem, though. It's because they got Bryce Eldridge in the wings. You can't block him. You can't.
No, but I'm dead set against playing for. I mean, I'm not. When the season hasn't started, Eric, we can't write off this year. Well, wait till next year. No, you got to play the game. You got to play this year.
But I think because there's a timeline. Unfortunately, the first base timeline is in sync with where the club may be. That's you got to take that into consideration. You just cannot. You can't go out there. Now, look, if you go get a flag, that's a different story, right? But that ain't happening.
I know he's good. I know he's good.
The future is
if there's any team that shouldn't be fucking around with waiting for next year and maybe this prospect will hit.
Well, you can because they're not in win now. Because they're not win now. So it doesn't. Honestly, this is probably the time for the Giants to be able to do that because they're not quote unquote in a win now. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay it, but that's. Look at the division. The division is going to be tough, man. Honestly, I mean, the San Francisco Giants got some work ahead of them as far as the division, and we're not even talking about where the wild card could be. It's
I got to tell you though, bro. Like, I mean, I have to tell you about talking the division. Like, bro, I'm not sold on the Padres. Bro, I think that ship has sailed. I think they had the opportunity, bro. They were loaded. I think Machado's older, bro. They've got injuries on the pitching staff. I'm telling you, man, they got some new blood, Merrill and whatnot. I think that ship has sailed, man. I don't see that team as a much better team than the Giants. I really don't. I think the Giants have better pitching than that team. I really do. Now, offensively, I think San Diego's got a better team. Bro, I don't think they're a juggernaut anymore. I just don't.
Did you touch on it early in the show before I joined? So again, if I'm repetitive and something you talked about, just cast me out with a stone. But everybody's talking about I've got them 79 wins. Eric, I think, has got them 84. We think between Eric and I, it could be anywhere between 79 and 84. What do you think? What do you got them coming in at?
God, I like the 84. Because I just think without Farhan, you got to add 5 more wins.
Right.
I really believe that. How many? We have no idea of what this guy effed up last year. We really have no idea. But God, I like the 84.
I like 84. I think
Yeah.
that's right around where they can. And look, it could go either way. It could go more, it could go less, but I think 84 is a pretty good number to start with. But back to your what you're talking about, San Diego. San Diego, I mean, again, you said Machado's a year older. That's true, but it's still a good team.
I think
you
there's
still got Tatis, you got Merrill, you got Machado.
You do,
right?
bro, but Profar was a big piece.
He was a
of
big,
that team.
he was.
Huge part of that team last year. He's gone. The Darvish is hurt. What's his name? Who's always on the DL? I mean, who they got King. They got
Cease King.
Yeah, Cease and King. Okay, Cease and King, and pray for rain.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like what
Nice.
literally, what do they have after that?
That's a good point. Yeah. No, absolutely.
I'm looking in the chat right
I mean,
now, and this is Giants baseball. Do you notice the win totals? Some of the guys are posting them up right now in our chat. They go from anywhere 72, 73, 85, 91. They're all over the place.
72, 73. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked.
I don't see that. I don't see that. I mean, don't
get
get me wrong.
See what we've got.
If you got injuries, of course, that's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about Arizona? You see Jordan Montgomery going to go under the knife. So
he's getting Tommy John.
I don't think he's really a factor though. It's all about Kelly and
bro. You know who's going to be a freaking monster for and Eric? I could not get him on my fantasy team. Bro, I'm in 5 leagues and he never fell to me once.
I know who you're talking. Josh, right?
Oh my God, bro! He's gonna be a monster.
He is.
He's
in
gonna
that
ballpark, bro. Forget it. Forget. See now, Glenn, the Giants could have got him. I mean, Eldridge or no Eldridge, I will take him in a second, bro.
Yes.
If Arizona got him, that meant that he was in play, and the Giants could have got him, man.
Yep, and they could have put him at a DH if Eldridge was gonna be the guy, right? I mean, there was something because Arizona is the second highest in altitude.
Yeah,
ball's gonna fly. He goes to Colorado, plays 13 games against Colorado. Well, I don't know how many are going to be in Colorado, but he's going to go to Colorado. He's going to crush it there. I mean, and he's got that damn left-handed bat. He's going to kill it in LA and San Diego.
And he's a freaking winner. That's the type of ball player you want on your team. The rockin' the baby gimmick. I mean,
I love that.
That's what you want on your team. When Arizona got him, that was a kick in the balls. That was really a kick in the balls.
Thing that's a problem continually with this ball club, though, and you guys have both seen it. I stand pat saying that this team's cheap. You know what a player like that means? You got to spend some money. Got to spend. And Eric and I talked about it. Maybe we did as well. But I think since we talked, it came out where, did you see Burns? Burns is out in the media saying, Giants weren't aggressive. They weren't calling me. Basically, that ship sailed. I moved on, and I got on with my life because they didn't seem to want me very bad.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think about this.
Giants, everybody says, oh, they always miss out on this, Judge and this. And there are certain situations where I don't think there's guys we ain't getting. But how often is this team just lackadaisical and they don't have an aggressive front office? The whole organization's not aggressive. Have you heard us talk about their marketing department? They're using the same merchandising and slogans.
They can fix that.
Giants baseball, Eric.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Nothing like it. And what was last year?
Is that what it still is this year?
It's still nothing like it.
What?
Yeah. Again, 3 times in a row.
Off the players. Did you see, Eric? I don't know if you talked about it again. So I'm over at the ballpark last 2 nights, Vince. And really, to be honest with you, exhibition baseball, I'm there just for some fresh air. Nothing for the sights, the smell. I'm not there for the cheering on 100-mile-an-hour guy. But so they put up a new car. Are you familiar at all, Vince, with the sculpting of the outfield wall where that's like the Morris home run alley down there?
Yeah.
So they had the car. They've got a car. So what do they do? Whoever's advertising that, they put a roof rack on it. So now it comes up and then it does like a 5.5-foot jolt. And players are already saying, I'm going out there. If that takes away a home run, and I'm destroying the roof rack.
Do we know what the reason was behind that?
I don't know why they did
They
that.
sold it. It's a gimmick. But Eric, what on gimmicks? I don't like gimmicks.
I tell you what,
changed the Coke bottle, which
what did they do to that? They jazzed that up, didn't they? What did they do?
they're
to it?
putting some LED lights on it or something.
yeah.
Well, I tell you what, talking about the Giants being cheap, and they have. I've been hammering ownership. I don't get after Buster for this. I mean, I know he's part owner, but he's not the one that's calling the shots. It's Greg. Maybe there is a plan here. Maybe, and again, goes back to what you said in the beginning, Vince. Maybe they just want to see what they have, and then next year they make their moves. Because next year there's some pitchers out there. Dylan Cease, I think Tariq Skubal's a free agent next year, if I'm not mistaken. That guy wouldn't be bad to have on your team, right? I think there's another pitcher out there too. Hitters, I mean, you got Vlad, you got Kyle Tucker. Yeah, I mean, they're and maybe, depending on what happens with the Giants here in 2025, they go, okay, these young guys we like them. We're gonna roll with them. Or it's no, I think we've seen enough. It's time to move on. And then they could go out there and then they can make those big moves. All we can do is hope that's what happens. As a San Francisco Giants fan, we've always the bridesmaid, right? Never the bride. So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. It's going to be exciting because I think it's going to be more exciting baseball for sure. I think we're going to be more pleased. We're going to see the ball put in play. We're going to see guys running around the bases. And I think it's just going to be a lot more excitement in watching Giants baseball rather than seeing, and we're hoping that we're not seeing, 12 to 15 strikeouts a game. We just, you just can't do that.
Yeah. I said to Eric on the channel many times, Vince, and you guys don't have to agree with my mentality. I go to the games at my age, and all I want to be is entertained. I've often said if I went to every game at Oracle Park and we lost every home game of the year, we didn't win one, but I came home every night and could come on the show and go, holy crap, what a game. That's all I want.
There you go. Armand chiming in. It's Gallen, Cease, and King who are free agents. Armand, matter of fact, he's a huge Mets fan. He's from New Jersey. He's been a Mets fan since he was a kid. So yeah, he's always in here.
But another thing
live last year, Vince, I'm at the ballpark most games.
You're right. That's awesome.
When I'm over there, and I can't tell you how many games last year. It's the 8th inning. I look up. I go, dude, they got 2 hits.
I know, man. I watched every one. I know. Yeah, here's another thing, though, that I just want to touch upon, too, Glenn. It's something that you said. We were talking about Naylor. Bro, Naylor's going to hit between 40, 50 homers. I mean, that's a given. I mean, there's no question about it. However, on the other side of that coin, bro, Corbin Burns is pitching in Arizona. Okay, yeah. He's never pitched in a ballpark like that before.
True.
I don't think, man, he's going to have the stellar year like he's had in the past. Bro, his fastball has been down. Now he's in a hitter's park. He's never had a pitch in a hitter's park before. I don't think this guy is going to be Cy Young award-winning material this year. I just don't.
We'll see. That's going to be interesting because he is a ground ball pitcher. So that's going to help him, because as long as the ball doesn't get airborne, you're going to be good to go. See, and that's what I'm worried about with Verlander. That's what when we're on the road, Verlander is a fly ball pitcher, and that's the part that concerns me with as far as the Giants. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Corbin Burns does. Man, it's again, there's going to be some question marks that have to be answered this year to see what's going to happen. But I'm looking for it, man. It's baseball.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I've been waiting forever for this. Feels like it was a year ago when we were talking off season because it was such a long off season.
I was so excited. Those 2 games, they kill us, bro. We got the 4:00 in the morning. I'm all excited for both. I don't give a shit. It's the Dodgers. I'm all excited. And then, bro, are the 8 days you're waiting, the most torturous days of the year. They give us those 2 freaking games, and then
they tease you.
Oh, bro, those 8 days last forever, man.
Do you watch them live? Do you watch the ball games?
Oh, yeah.
I
The Dodger games,
Eric, I was in the radio. Well, I'm on till 6 in the morning on the radio side doing the oldies show.
Yeah.
So both nights.
Yeah.
Eric. I can fill an hour with Hotel California, Stairway to Heaven, Sky Pilot by the Animals. I played the longest album cuts And I'm like, it's a 5-song set. I'll be back in 53 minutes. And I watched baseball
Yeah.
all night. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was
I
great.
loved it. I loved it.
I love games in Japan.
I'm experimenting this year. I don't think you guys are going to like this, but Eric, when I go into fantasy baseball,
Yeah.
bro, you got to understand something. I've been playing fantasy baseball for 20 years. Bro, that's part of my income. Like,
Yeah.
I'm planning on income. But let me tell you guys what else I'm doing this year, and you guys are not going to like it. I am betting on the Dodgers and the run line every single game of this year. Every single, I don't care who they're playing. I don't care what the run line is. I want to see what I can collect by the end of the year.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Do you have a goal, or are you just going to see where it goes?
Bro, they could lose 10 in a row, and I'm going to stick with it every single.
Nice.
I was originally going to do like $25 a game, but I didn't have the balls. So I loaded it down to $10 a game. I'm 2-0, bro. I'm 2-0 coming out.
There you go.
Game. Yeah.
Look, here's Kelly, right? Vince, are you the one responsible for the crazy points league that we have in ours? And dude, I 100% copied yours.
Yes.
100%
Yes.
copied.
Yes.
I tweaked the points a little
My
bit so it's not so extreme.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, everybody is losing their shit. Glenn, he's kind of caught on, but he's like, "What is this?"
It's awesome, bro.
Oh yeah, I was a slow. I had to be kind of weaned into it. I like it now.
So I've been playing points like that for 20 years. I mean,
Vince, can I ask you this? Because
Yeah.
I haven't been involved or immersed. Every league I've been is either what do you call it? Like a rotisserie. I play you for a week, and the best man gets the win, right?
Yeah.
Last year was
Head.
12 down to 1. You get whatever you get. I asked Eric, and because we haven't immersed ourselves in a league like this, have you ever seen nights where, all right, the pitcher pitches 4 innings and strikes out 5, but you look the next day and you go, holy shit, he was -3.
Yeah.
The guy gives up like 5 hits. Like, you can lose so many points this way.
Yeah, you can, but yeah, I mean, quality starts are big, man. If you that's why you got to get horses. Quality starts are big. You got to hope they go more than 5 innings to get the win. But I love the points league format. But I got to tell you, Eric, like wait till you see me with transactions. Bro,
I already see it.
The transactions limit in our league, bro, that's effing ridiculous. Like, bro, I like to mirror the rules of Major League Baseball. There's no set transactions or set trades in Major League Baseball. Right. You can make as many as you like. There was no reason to have a transactions limit last year. That drove me crazy. Bro,
drove you crazy?
Yeah.
Vince, I used them up. 5 weeks into
the year. Well, Glenn, it was just as bad as me because I was kind of in the money, and the last 6 weeks I couldn't make any freaking transactions. It was freaking brutal, man.
Yeah. I learned last year. I was making moves every day. This year, oh, look out, Eric. Well, Eric's already seen since draft 2 Fridays ago. Well, a week and a half ago was our draft.
Yeah.
My team doesn't even resemble what I drafted.
Oh, I'm like that every.
I have one player left. I had no pitching really. I got a few, and then I said, Eric, I think I'm changing my philosophy. So now I have one bench player on the hitting side.
Yeah,
and I brought in all the pitchers I could get.
Yeah, if I swear to God, because Eric, in our league, we got 30 guys on the roster. Yeah. Bro, if I have 5 guys at the end of the year that I drafted, it will be a lot. It will. If I have 5 out of the 30, it will be a lot.
Love it,
dude. I can't. I was happy with my draft. I'm in number 3 of yours, man. And
what position were you in for the draft?
Number 9.
Oh yeah, okay. So who'd you draft first?
Vlad. I got Vlad.
Okay. God, bro, you know who I drafted first, and he's scaring me to death.
Who'd you get?
Bro, when I'm down in the draft like I was, and I was down in a lot of drafts.
Matter of fact, you were number 10. You were
Yeah.
number 10 on, yeah.
I will always, bro, when I'm down that low, I will always draft Mookie because his eligibility at 3 positions.
Right.
Bro, you got to be able to, you got to have a flexible lineup.
Yeah, you
got
do.
to draft people that can play more than one position.
Correct.
Oh,
So
I
that's
played
why
that game.
I immediately go for Mookie. Immediately, bro. Second short in outfield. Now that gives you so much flexibility. But God, bro, how about what he's been going through this offseason? Is that unbelievable?
Crazy.
What?
Well, you know, Harrison had the same thing. Harrison said he lost 13 pounds right before spring training, and now you got freaking Mookie Betts. I think he's lost what, like 25, 30 pounds?
He said he weighed 151 pounds.
Yeah, 157. Can you imagine, bro?
Crazy.
He played tonight, though. He played tonight, so but still, it's probably going to take him a month to bulk back up at least, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I love working the waiver wire. Eric will look and see.
Oh, I love the waiver wire.
Eric will say, I know who Glenn's picking up. The guy who plays first, second, third, short.
That's
left,
it.
Right field.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of fun.
The weird scheduling, especially in the first week of the season.
Yeah.
The Mariners don't play Monday, and I'm still able to kind of fluctuate.
They do that in the beginning of the season because of weather.
I traded all. I got rid of all my players for pitchers, but
the thing that's driving me crazy right now on March 25th, bro. I swear to God,
I saw the tweet.
I can't believe I'm going through this on March 25th when I've got to guess who's closing for the Texas Rangers. Like, who's closing for the Rockies? Oh, bro, that drives me freaking crazy. I go on every site to try to get an inside. Bro, if the managers don't know who's closing, how am I supposed to know who's closing?
and then like today, I don't know. It's hard to believe. My wife thinks this is like I'm playing for $5,000, $50 league. Yeah, I'm up at 4 a.m. working the waiver wire. I gotta get in.
I'm the same way, man. Yep.
Tonight we were at the game, and she's like, "Are you watching the game?" I'm like, "No, I'm working the waiver wire." When they announced Texas's closer was Luke Jackson,
are they kidding me, bro? Did they not?
No, they didn't.
Yes, yeah. Did they
Luke
not?
Jackson?
Can you believe that, Eric? I saw that today, and that's Bochy. I'm like, bro, did you not watch any Giant games, bro? This guy was horrendous, bro.
Wow.
I needed a closer desperately, so I'm like, I gotta take. Hey. And that's what I like. I like stealing the guy away. Like, nobody had that on their card either.
Oh God, no, man.
I'm working those. You know what? Even on the Yahoo site, I'm always clicking the little box and reading. What did he do yesterday? 3 strikeouts.
Always, yeah.
I love the fantasy, man, and it
I do
really
too.
is a full-time job.
Well, there you go. Per Fabian.
Oh yeah, he's gonna play.
Yeah, there you go. Again, how good is he going to be?
Exactly. I mean, yeah, bro, come on. It's got to take him a couple of weeks at least.
Absolutely.
Hey, Vince, I don't know if Eric asked you, what do you think of, are you worried at all about, and it goes back to his past, not only here in North America, but overseas as well. Jung-Hoo Lee can never seem to stay healthy, man. Always something. Always something.
I know. And he's small, man. That's what it is. He's small. He's got who knows, bro? Maybe they, bulk him up a little bit. Maybe they go through some special training, but he's small, man. That's the problem.
Yeah,
but they need him. They need him, bro. We can't have 35 games out of him this year. They need him, man.
100%. How about this?
Yeah.
Are you concerned about only having that one lefty in the bullpen?
Well, didn't Trevino make the team?
He made the team. Trevino made the team.
Oh, they got 2 then, right?
Oh, wait. Is Trevino lefty? I thought he was a righty. My bad.
I thought Trevino's a lefty.
Is he?
I'm almost positive. I could be wrong, Eric. I thought Trevino was a lefty. I could be wrong.
Let me check it out here. Who Trevino? No, he's a righty.
Oh, he is a righty.
He's a righty.
Man, yes. So there is only one lefty in the bullpen,
and it's Eric Miller. And last night, man, I was like, man, we can't have a lefty coming in just giving up walks and
yeah.
And that's why I don't know about. I don't know why they traded Taylor. I mean, that guy. Granted, he wasn't high leverage, but he could come in and get something done. You know,
Bro, you know who looked good, man?
Casey?
No, Pagero.
Oh, Pagero, the guy that throws 100.
He looked good, man. He looked good.
Let's see. He might make the team as well. I know
Yeah.
that's
You know, when it comes to the fantasy, Vince, you played it for many, many years, and it seems like you play like a whole lifetime worth in one seat. How many in this year?
Actually, I cut down. I'm in 5 this year. I was in 6, but Eric, listen, Glenn, Eric pulled me into this joke league where Dan. I've never seen anybody, bro. I've seen cheating in fantasy baseball, Glenn, but not blatant, not just absolute. And then you had the commissioner, who freaking was afraid to veto any trade. You know what it reminded me of, Glenn? It reminded me of remember George Foster for Frank Duffy? Remember that? Yeah. Those were the trades Dan was making, and Kelly was sitting there, okay, all right, that sounds good with me. Bro, do you know, guys, I swear to God, bro, I was I just had the George Foster, or was it Danny Dreesen? I don't know who. I think it was bro, you want to hear something? You want to hear something hysterical? I swear to God, bro, when I was working in wrestling and I was with the WWE, bro, we used George Foster. We had George Foster. And, bro, I'll never forget. I was walking down a hall and Foster was coming up, and it was just the two of us.
Oh,
and
wow.
I looked at George Foster. Glenn, this is all I said. I looked at George Foster and I said, Frank fucking Duffy. And he just cracked up. He knew exactly what I was talking about. Was there any worse trades in Giant history than that?
Oh, I don't think so. No. That one is pretty bad. What about the Sarge? Was that a kind of a bad trade?
What was that? What was that?
I remember who they traded for him. Outfielder, man. Now, he wasn't that great with San Francisco, but when it was with Philly, he tore it up, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think, the George Foster one is probably.
I remember, guys, I was heartbroken. I still have, I'm going to see if I could dig it up for you because it was on the back page of the Daily News. I still have it.
Oh,
I was devastated when they traded Mays to the Mets, man. Do you remember who they got for Mays?
Oh, yeah, it was like a nobody, right?
Charlie Williams.
Yeah.
Charlie. But I still have that back page of the Daily News, man. I'll never forget when they traded Mays to the Mets.
I'd rather have had Charlie Lee. I was going to ask you, how much I'm really pumped up for meaningful baseball. So opening day is I told Eric last night, I remember when I was a kid and I got the Eaton's catalog and I knew what toy was on every freaking page of like the Sears of the Eaton's catalog, man. I had that thing memorized every year, but I'm more excited. Baseball season starts, man. It's bigger than Christmas when
I'm the same way, man.
And I blend the fantasy in, and it means I can watch so many games and they have meaning. So how much do you put? I put a lot into it. How much do you put into your NA players? I did a lot.
Oh, bro, I got Eldridge in all my leagues. I beat Eric to Eldridge.
You beat me, man.
I got. Yeah, you know, Glenn, you always have to make sure, and I can't believe owners do this in fantasy owners. Your FA spots and IL spots always need to be filled. I can't believe teams that leave IL spots in NA. I
was drafting them. Yes. I was drafting my NAs on draft night, and people are like, "You don't need them." And I was tickled pink because I got Eldridge, Chandler Simpson, the 100 base stealer a season if he gets to play, and I got I thought I stole this guy. Did you see what Michael McGreevy did in the preseason for St. Louis?
Yep, I did. Yep,
the guy nobody could get a hit off him. His ERA was 1.18. And he got sent down till around April 15th. And I'm like, I'm salivating. I can't wait for him to come up.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't believe I picked up Kobe Mayo. No one got him.
Yeah.
Because he's going to play sometime. You know, someone's going to either get hurt on the Orioles or maybe they trade. You think they trade? I don't know. If they trade. I wish the Giants would have traded for him, but I mean, what are you going to do? I don't.
You know
I
who the
don't know.
Giants should have rolled the dice on, bro? Torkelson.
A lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah.
He's from the Bay Area.
It's
Who knows?
great-
Maybe they get a deal here.
Yeah, but that
tonight
goes back to what? Look at this guy right here. Well, wait till
Eldridge.
next year.
Eldridge.
Yeah.
I don't like living my life like that.
But
I can't
Torkelson
live
could be a
on-
DH.
Well,
Torkelson could be a DH.
What
Yeah.
happens if he gets hurt, Eric? And next year you'll be saying, well, "Geez,
No,
Glenn,
that's look. You
wait till
can't.
27.
You cannot make
I'm
a.
too old to wait, man."
You cannot make a move on what ifs. You can't, because anyone could get an injury at entertain unless the
Well,
guy
tell
is
the
like,
Giants that, my friend.
unless
Tell the
the
Giants
guy is habitually injured, then yeah, you can't.
Were you guys not concerned at all with the sampling?
With of
Eldridge?
Ugh, yeah, it was tough.
It was very tough.
It was tough. I mean, he came out of the shoot, right? Boom, home run, 450 feet, right? And then after
Eric
that, it's
said on
nothing
the
but
show-
strikeouts.
Hey,
Yeah.
you were on the show last night when we went live on GSTL. Eric said to the chat, he got sent down somewhat early. He got sent down. And
Figured he
haven't
would.
heard his name mentioned.
Yeah.
Not a
And that's fine. Because he's just not ready yet. So that's okay.
I do remember, man. I'll never forget this. Like, oh my God, bro. Remember Matt Williams couldn't hit his way out of a wet paper bag,
For
man.
3 years.
He
and
was
then a light went on.
bro. He was an automatic out. I mean, it was an automatic out every time Matt Williams came up, man. Every
You know
time.
what? And it's a great point because back then there was a little bit more patience, right? Compared
Yeah.
to today.
Oh yeah.
Today,
Oh yeah.
everything is instantaneous.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not go, bo, bo, bo. You got to move them. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just.
That's how I manage my fantasy team, Eric. Man, you, bro. You go in a 2-3 game slump, you're gone, bro. Hit the pavement, bro. I got no patience, man. No patience. You give me an 0 for 8, bro. You're done. You're done on my team.
Oh, Dan's out there.
Oh, here he is. Yeah, here he is. Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
Cucamonga.
You talk about getting away with freaking murder. Like I was Eric. I would watch these trades every day. I was just laughing out loud.
Right. So was I. I was like, oh my
laughing out loud. Like, really, bro?
God. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy, right? So
Well, I came to play this year. I'm ready to go.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh, yeah, we had our draft almost 2 weeks ago. Man, I can't wait till it starts.
Dude, but I said on the show,
because you know what it does? You know what fantasy does for if you're a baseball fan, right? You track anything anyways. But if you're not really a baseball fan and you get into fantasy baseball, you're gonna know everything about the league. Everything.
And let me tell you something. Here's another thing, man.
Yeah.
For all you freaking fantasy football players out there, bro, I don't play fantasy football. Fantasy football is luck. That is 100% luck. You lose your first pick week 3, you're done. It's over. Baseball, you are managing 162 freaking games, man. There is an art to fantasy baseball, Glenn. You really got to be a manager. It's not a 17-game season and you have one injury and your team's finished.
I agree with your philosophy too, and I'm a living proof already this preseason. You can't fall in love with your players.
You can't, man.
No.
You can't. You
No,
can't.
you
You
can't.
call me and the deal's right.
And there's another thing you got to take in consideration, right? You got to take in consideration innings pitched, because if you don't take in consideration, guess what? You're screwed.
Oh yeah, bro. That you'll see that, Eric, by mid-year, you'll have half of the teams out of it because they're not paying attention to their innings pitched.
I know.
Yep.
And it'll catch up on you.
Now, again, this is a new league, this type of experience for me. Explain what you've got to work on, how you use up your inning. That has been a fear of mine all preseason.
Glenn, you will always be safe. You will always be safe if you have a starting 5 rotation. If you have a starting 5 and 3 guys are healthy, 2 guys get hurt, you replace those guys.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
So you're saying don't have your fantasy league with 10 starting pitchers.
No, you need get your starting 5. As long as you stay with a starting 5, you're going to be fine. It's when people start getting crazy, bro, where it's 6 starts, 7, 8 starts a week. No, then you're done.
Eric, you want to make a trade?
I knew it. Hey, Glenn, I saw what you did. You're screwed.
I've got 1,
No.
2, 3,
Yeah, you got too many.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, Glenn, you gotta pick your starting 5, Glenn, and go with your 5, man.
Yeah.
I got 5 and then 3 on the bench, and I still got, my relievers. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And here he is.
6.
Damn the cheat Cucamonga, bro. Here he is.
You're never gonna let me live that down. I chased you down from the bottom.
I wonder how. You chased me down, man. I wonder how.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Eric, can I tell you something? I wouldn't even have the balls to propose the trades that this dude made. I wouldn't even have the balls to propose them.
Don't start, Dan.
Hey, I didn't propose the Ohtani trade.
Don't start.
Unbelievable, man.
Oh,
what you
man.
guys suck me up. I'm like,
gifted.
oh yeah, bro, they're all Giant fans. This will be freaking great. What a headache. I could not wait for that league to be over. What a freaking headache.
Oh, my
Too bad I'm
gosh.
not in one of yours. I'm in one like yours. I'm in this league with Giant Sports Talk Live, full throttle.
Full throttle. That's what I called it.
Full throttle league.
Yeah, I'm getting revved up here.
Yeah.
I don't understand. You're thinking. You said 5 pitchers.
Yeah.
Why not go with as many? You got 14 innings max.
No, you don't. You got 1,400, and when you do the math, that's 9 innings a game. When you do the math, 1,400. It's not 1,400 innings. It's 1,400 outs or something like that.
Holy
But
shnikes.
it does break down to an average of 9 innings a game.
Am I going to need Farhan's Tandy to figure out the stats and what I'm doing here?
You got 1,400 outs over the season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over the season.
I'm just going to
No. You got 4,200 outs.
Yeah. But I'm telling you,
pitched.
it breaks down to 9. It breaks down to 162 games and 9 innings. That's how it breaks down.
I'll be okay. Well, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not Dilly. Dilly drafted every pitcher available.
No. He drafted
Every closer.
relievers.
He's got every closer.
He didn't get any starting
He's
pitching.
got them all.
Yeah.
You pick a team. I started looking on the waiver wire. I'd say, I wonder if this closer's available. Dark horse, Dilly. Jesus. Yeah.
So I heard you saying about the Giants with some speed. I think another thing they have this year that they've lacked in the last since 21 is real leadership.
Yeah.
Then you look at Buster Posey. He comes up in 2010, wins the title. 11, he gets hurt. 12, he comes back, wins MVP, batting title, comeback player of the year, a title. 14, a title. The team kind of has a downturn after 16. They really should have started rebuilding back in 17, but they didn't. 17, 18, 19, they're kind of down. Buster sits out the COVID year 2020. They win the division in 21. Why? Because Buster was running the ship. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when Buster leaves, I heard Logan Webb say this yesterday. He said, we had a mindset of winning the division in 21, and it was Buster that said, we're going to win the division.
Well, there you go.
He said, I never heard that kind of talk ever again in the following seasons.
Wow, that's telling. There you go.
That's very telling. So now you have Buster back at the helm, and you have Adames and Chapman, established vets, and Verlander. You have guys that are big-time big leaguers, and I think that leadership void is going to not be there anymore, and I think it's going to translate. You mentioned close games. They're going to learn how to win in close games, and yes, speed will help them.
Yes.
I've got them winning anywhere right around 83 to 85. Might adjust it if get a lot of injuries, but it can also go up if they get hot. Hey, baseball's a funny game, man.
Yes, it is.
I mean, who would have predicted the Giants winning 107 games with that lineup?
Nobody.
107. Think about that.
I swear to God, I can't even tell you who was on that team. I remember Ruff was on that team. I can't even tell you who was on that team that won 107 games.
Solano was at second. They had what's his name for a while, LaStella, and then he got hurt.
But it was really a blue collar.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing. LaStella did nothing.
Wade had a fantastic year. Wade had
that late night Lamont.
Yeah, exactly. And then you had Gosman and Webb and God, who DeSclafani was actually decent in 21.
He was
along with Alex Wood. They were both pretty damn decent.
Everybody just did, overperformed.
Yeah.
The team was made up like all these teams would have one of those players. We were a team all, like I call them blue collar guys. We had a whole team of them.
So how many fantasy leagues are you in, Vince? 6?
I was in 6 last year because you guys wrote me in. So now I'm in 5. I got to tell you guys, though, Eric, you got to try this next year, though. Okay. 2 of the 5 fantasy leagues, 2 of the 5 are 5-team winner take all.
Ooh.
Yeah. 5-team winner take all, man. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is it still points? Is it the same?
Oh, same thing. Same exact format. Format.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a stacked team.
Yeah.
What's the biggest entry? What's the biggest entry fee?
Well, my number 1 league that I've been in the longest, it's $250 a team.
Okay. That's kind of where I wanted to go.
Worth it.
I wanted to go $250. I can't get anybody to do it.
How many you up to, Dan?
I'm 3 or 4.
Hey, let me tell you something, Mr. Cucamonga. I wouldn't play in a league with you if it was $2.50. You think somebody is gonna play in a league with you for $250? Are you high, bro? What's
the matter?
Bro, I swear to God, if I'm in a league with you for $250 and you start pulling that shit, I'm getting in a plane and I'm on my way to California, brother. All right, like whatever we paid Eric, $50, like that was one thing. You start doing that in the $250, I'm putting a hit on you, bro.
That's funny.
Nobody will play $250 with me. No shit, Dan. No shit.
I'm in a league with 200 right now. I just got in one.
He just got in one with 200. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a nice and it's a 7x7 roto league.
Hey, Russo, did you do any deals with Dan last year?
No.
No, bro. I don't associate with owners like that, Glenn. I'm not going to associate with Mr. Cucamonga. It's that would tarnish my reputation as a fantasy baseball player.
Let me ask you this: if I was running the Giants last year, I would have got him into the playoffs with all those deals.
Here we go, Ibrahim. Ibrahim's awesome. He's a dedicated guy, man. Good friend. $10 says for Russo's 2024 fantasy league defense fund to appeal shenanigans.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, man.
Thanks, Ibrahim.
Dan is Dan's trades. I don't know how many deals you guys worked out, Eric and Dan, but
we got
Dan calls you at 3 a.m. and proceeds to tell you all. He's a used car salesman. Here's why it's a great deal for you. And I'm like, dude, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, I think there's a lot of excitement. That was the first time
guy down there.
That's the first time I've ever done fantasy baseball. I think that's the first time you did it, right, Dan? That was your first fantasy baseball.
Yes.
So there was a lot of rambunctiousness, I think, going on.
But at the end of the day, it was fun. So.
But you can't, bro. You can't. Again, I don't mean to dog them. Bro, you can't have you've got to have a commissioner that's going to drop the hammer. You got to have a commissioner that has to say,
hey,
no way.
The league I'm in that I just joined, it's a league vote. That's probably the simplest way to do it.
Nah, that's the worst, man.
Why is that?
Because you're vetoing trades just to cock block other teams, man. Well, that's the worst. That's the worst.
That does stink.
Yeah, it does, because that's what happens, man. Somebody makes a good trade, but a fair trade, but you're cock blocking it because you think they got the best of it. Yeah, well,
Right.
the whole idea is to get the best of the trade.
There you go, Vince. Thank you. Thank you.
Not rape and robbery.
No, yes.
Not rape and robbery. Okay, a fair trade.
No,
Hey, you know what?
The whole idea is to win a trade. That's why you wouldn't trade with me, because you couldn't win the deal.
Yeah, no, because I wasn't going to get cheated or raped or robbed. Hey, you know what nobody's saying?
Wouldn't happen to you.
We do got to point one thing out, Eric. Nobody has said that. We got to give Farhan his kudos for one thing. Okay, for one thing, we did steal Robbie Ray for a year.
Oh, gee, yeah, right.
We did steal Robbie Ray for you. We got it. We got to give him that, bro.
I
We
just
got to give him that.
a couple days ago that Farhan actually won a trade. When Haniger got
That's
released.
incredible, right? Haniger seeing the road.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I think. Yeah. He
was. Did you hear Robbie Ray? Scooble taught him the changeup in the offseason. Yeah, man,
and it's paying dividends.
Yeah.
I think Robbie Ray's going to have a hell of a year. I really do. Yeah. I mean, you're that much removed from your 2 years removed from your Tommy. You're ready to go, man. I think he's going to be fine.
Dan will trade you Johnny LeMaster for Robbie Ray, man. One straight up deal. Johnny LeMaster for Robbie Ray. How about that, Dan? Huh?
I've made any trades yet in my league.
No, you haven't. Yeah, no trade.
You know why? Because they're on to you. They're on to you. They smartened up, man. The word's out. Word's on the street, man. Don't trade with them.
I actually had a good draft because I had a strategy, and all the Giants fans in this league started picking up Giants early.
Yeah,
and it left some
stud
hitters.
You can't do that. You can't.
I said that to Eric the other day. You cannot pick with your heart and pick. Like, there's one guy in our league. God love him. On opening day, he's going to have like 6 Giants on his roster.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
And it just
you can't.
You can have a guy or 2 guys have a good day, but if you got all these guys on one team,
that's what I love, man. They picked all the Giants, and
that's a waste of money.
I'm picking up guys like Brenton Doyle in the 11th, 12th round. Brenton Doyle, the 70th ranked player in fantasy, and I got him with my 12th pick.
Is this Chili Davis? Is that Charles Chili Davis?
No, that's a guy. He's been in our chat before. What's up, C. Davis? I think he goes over there in NorCal, if I'm not mistaken, as well. What's up,
bro? You know who I really felt? You know who I really felt bad for this spring training? Freaking Estrada, man! What a bad. I thought he was going to really Colorado. I thought he was going to have a comeback year, and God, what a shame, man! That guy can't catch a break.
No, he can't, and he's a pull hitter. He would have played beautiful. I picked up Freeman too. I forgot all about him. I was like, shit. I saw that come across with Jeff Passan. I got to go get him. And boom, 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 man. I got him on both leagues.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be ready.
You got to be out. I'm going to be like,
yeah, you got it, man. You got to. I got him on my notifications, man.
I got to hope.
That's why when Vince, you said about football draft earlier, the football, setting your roster. You can do a football draft every week. Takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Small where they
Bro, I swear, I'm like, yeah. See, that's the thing, Glenn. I'm on Mountain Time, so the waiver wire opens at 1 a.m. Like bro, I am prepared once the games end. And if I've got an hour between the game's ending and the waiver wire, bro, I got my sheets, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I'm literally trigger finger at 1 o'clock. I literally.
Yep. So Mountain Time, you're an hour off the bay?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm Central, so I'm an hour later. The poor guys who are like in New York. I'm like, oh my God. You watch a Giants game, it starts at like midnight. And like,
it used to be that when I used to live on the East Coast, 10:30. Giants used to start at 10:30. Yeah. I
was up all night with my old job. I'd be working on one radio station. I'd be listening to Joe Beningo overnights.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Vince, you were talking about Encarnacion. And every time I make a freaking clip, something happens. But look what I did with Encarnacion. This is awesome.
Encarnacion, 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 Encarnacion.
Man, I was so stoked for him.
You gave him the you gave Dan knows about this. You gave him the Italian horn, man. You
There you
gave
go.
him the Italian horn. Dan knows what I'm talking about, man.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Eric.
Vince, because something's been eating me alive since the last time we were fortunate enough to have you join us on the show. And I said, hey, look over your shoulder. I see Jackie Gleason.
Yes,
there. And
sir.
I picked that out. I love them.
Yes.
Jackie and Art Carney, I love them.
There we go.
I've been thinking for the last month, and it's been killing me. Who is the puppet over your right shoulder?
That is a wrestler by the name of the Disco Inferno.
Oh, Disco.
The guy with the white hat?
Yeah, Disco is a very, very good friend of mine, and that is the Disco puppet. Yes.
Oh my God, the big nose on it. He looks like I thought he was a garbage man or something.
Yeah, I remember Disco, man. That guy was awesome.
Yeah, he's a good friend
It's like
of mine.
something right off the Muppet Show.
Yeah, he's a good
man.
friend of mine. Yeah.
That's awesome.
What are you in an Elks Lodge there? You got more bobblehead dolls and puppets and
Bro, I swear to God, on these four walls, and I got them from all people that are, my platform is called Russo's Brand, and I got these from all my sport. Bro, I swear to God, on these four walls is every autographed giant picture you can think of.
I saw you took a picture of showing where your monitor is, and you got dude.
I got everybody. Like you name them. There's an autographed picture on this wall.
It's like a museum.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah. You didn't have to go climbing up lamp poles. I got the 9-foot banners from all downtown, all over.
Oh wow, really? Oh, that's awesome. Where'd you display them?
Well, on the show when I'm in San Francisco, and I work predominantly in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Right.
On the rock station there, and I work all over. So I gotta, and you know how the media works now. I internet voice track so much stuff. I'm on in Halifax. I'm on one coast at 1 hour. 4 hours later, I'm on a different. And Eric's seen on the show. When I do it from Winnipeg, I got them all over the condo. I got a 9-foot Wilmer Flores.
Oh, I love that.
Bum. And so when you're walking downtown, you look up on the light. And they just hang on this like two sticks.
Yeah.
I got all those.
Bro, you know what happened to me? I swear to God, the worst thing that ever happened to me. When the Giants won the first championship, okay? Russ Stanley sent me one of the bottles of champagne with this card. Here, guys, look, let me show you. Look, poured in the clubhouse in celebration of 2010 San Francisco Giants World Series championship. Okay,
nice.
So the bottle of champagne came with this card. I had
awesome.
Well, it's not awesome, Eric, because I had the champagne in this office, and I accidentally knocked it off the desk and broke it. Yes. So all I've got,
sounds like something would happen here.
All I've got is the card. But oh my God, bro, I wanted to kill myself.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I just yelled over to my wife here that, dude, I am surrounded by a similar situation. Yeah. We're here. It's like stepping over landmines. I've got bats, I've got helmets. I've got so much. I've got cards back to the 1800s. I have. My wife is like, that's what we call it. It's an old Elks Lodge here.
Hey, guess what I found today, Glenn?
Crap. Huh?
Guess what I found today going through my phone?
What'd you find? I pulled out the John Montefusco yesterday for you.
Oh, look who that is.
There's my boy.
Who is that?
Wilmer.
Oh, that's Wilmer. I couldn't even tell.
I just picked up one of 3 yesterday, the laundry card.
Yeah, I was interviewing him. What's going on with the league? They keep coming.
But you said you really
Louis.
Hold on.
I do this. We do this on the show all the time. I break out the.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at that. That's a beauty. Wow. Hold on, Mr. Chickamauga. You're interviewing Wilma. Does Wilma have any idea what kind of a human being he's letting interview him? Bro, you're gonna soil Wilma's good name. You know, when people find out about you, and then they gotta break the news to Wilma. You're gonna drag Wilma down with you of all
I got
people.
the whole team. I got
You
the
got
whole
the whole
team.
team.
I got Jelly. I got Ramos.
I'm calling my friend Russ tomorrow. I'm smartening my friend Russ up tomorrow about Dan Chickamauga, bro.
Russ is
Riff raff.
Thanks, Ocean.
Russ is already working on 4 tickets for us in San Diego.
Nice.
Yeah, we got Lou Marston working on him. Lou knows him well. And,
Nice.
Just calls him up, says, help us get 4 tickets for San Diego because we're going to be going to the game in August and then going to Del Mar the next day. So
horse
it's a
racing
double
and-
hitter. We got horse racing and Giants baseball.
Very nice.
And you know what I like about the collecting is it could be a Mickey Mantle, and you're so proud of it. Dude, I have, for every great card, I've got 500 nobody. I just picked up 4. I couldn't wait to get these in the mail. Today I just got 4 Tim Blackwells I've been waiting for. Dude.
I know. I don't even know.
The stash.
Mustache.
Yeah.
Hey, that Brendan Rodgers guy on the Tigers, he's got a mustache like that. Holy crap.
Yeah.
He's rocking that one. Real quick. Do you like Fitzgerald at second base? It looks like he's starting to come alive a little bit here towards the end.
I think he'll be fine. It's all going to be contingent upon him hitting.
Yeah.
If he doesn't hit, if he strikes out at the rate he's been striking out at in his career, and he doesn't do other things like, steal bases, get on base, and hit you 260, and get on base or hit some homers. If he's hitting in the 240s and striking out a lot, not getting on base, he's not going to be in the lineup.
Right, exactly. And
they do have a fair share of players that I talked about depth earlier. They got a lot of weak hitters. They got a lot, your kind of Punch and Judy kind of players like Fitzgerald, and they'll be okay. But
I think Fitzgerald is more than he does have some pop. I mean, he took
here's the thing I think they need.
Nice.
I think they need a solid guy that is in that lineup that can move the line, that is going to be very consistent. A guy like Arias, something like that. A guy that can, because I'm a little worried, or somebody that, is a true
someone
30
that the
homer.
pitcher is afraid of throwing to.
Yes,
they got to have someone like that in the lineup. Yes.
If they don't, they may struggle with losing streaks because they're going to have streaks where they don't score runs.
Right.
Because this lineup will go into funks. It just will. It's the way these guys are. Chapman and Adames, they both tend to strike out a lot, and they're hot or cold. And Lee could be that guy that comes up where it's like, if he's smashing the ball around and not just grounding out, if he's hitting line drives in gaps and through the holes, he may be that guy that says, oh gosh, he's not going to strike out much, less than 10% of the time.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
The key is, can he get the ball in the air a little bit more? I'm not talking fly balls. I'm talking line drives. Because he hits a lot of ground balls.
Yeah.
And that was his Achilles heel last year. And, in Korea, I mean, he hit 330, 340 in Korea. I'm hoping that translates into 285, 290 for him here.
Yeah.
Which would be amazing. I mean, in today's baseball here in MLB, man,
I think he can hit 285. I do.
He's going to be exciting.
Generally speaking, guys in Korea, their batting averages was 40 to 50 points lower in the big leagues. So,
were you looking at the real quick? I don't know how much time you got left, Vince. But,
I gotta go in a couple of minutes. So believe it or not, I gotta record some shows tonight. So,
Wow.
Yeah,
Man,
I gotta run too. I got Ned Coletti coming on at 9:30 tonight.
right on, man.
And then I've got to go swindle a couple of guys real quick.
Unbelievable. Ned Colette, poor Ned Coletti has no idea who he's dealing with. Poor guy. Unbelievable. Go ahead.
Hey,
what
So
were you gonna say?
that other fantasy league it's that you're off that one now.
With the criminal down here.
I wanted
Absolutely, man.
You're
Eric, what
giving
were
me
you
a
going to say?
bad. You're giving me a bad reputation, man.
And you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to Dan? You know what I'm going to do
You
with this
just propose the deals. That's not my fault. That I propose the deal.
And you know what I'm going to do right now with this league that you're in? You know what I'm going to do right now live on this show?
Oh, I
Tell
know
me.
he's
I'm giving you the Italian horn. I am cursing your team right here live for what you did last year. I am cursing your team, Dan Cucamonga, right here live on this show. You will not be in the money this year. You will not be in the money.
You know what, Vince? You can't do that to a fellow Italian. It comes right back.
No, because you know why? Let me tell you
Look
something.
at that. That thing's pointing right back at you.
The man upstairs knows what you did last year. He knows what you did last year. Yeah, senior softball, right there, baby, right there. All right, gentlemen, I've got to rock and roll. Let's do this early, maybe a week into the season, man. Let's come back. Let's talk about where we are and what's going on, man.
I tell you what, how about after the Houston series, after the first road trip? How about that?
Home opener. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's do it, man. Yeah, just text me. Just text me, Eric.
Good to see you, buddy. Sorry, I was
you too,
late.
Glenn. Take care, Mr.
I'll
Chukamunga.
send you a little gift when I win the league again.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Take
Take
care.
care, you
Enjoy
guys.
opening day, my friend.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
again,
too,
Vince.
man. You too.
Woo!
Take care, guys.
See you,
All
buddy.
right,
All right,
there
guys.
was
Hey, I got to
Vince,
run
guys.
too. I gotta finish up a few things and then get ready for Ned. So
Hey,
maybe
thanks
we'll
for
see you
popping
guys.
on, Dan. That's awesome.
over
You
man.
there. Yeah,
too,
thanks for
Dan.
having
And
me.
we're just
Appreciate
a couple of days away. Enjoy opening day, buddy.
Yeah, looking
We're
forward.
getting there, man.
Two sleeps, right? 2 more.
Yeah, exactly.
They had a bigger
man.
crowd tonight too. There's over 20,000 or so at the ballpark. It was big. Last night was terrible. Nobody at the ball tonight, guys. I don't know if was it on TV tonight.
Yeah.
It was.
Yep.
Tonight, I said to Bernice, tonight, even in the depths of summer here in the Bay, you couldn't have had a more beautiful night for baseball. The weather is balmy
it's beautiful
here
right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's
It
humid
is-
here. It got to
dude.
84.
No fog rolling in. It was perfect.
It was 97 here today in Arizona.
Oh shit!
It
Yeah.
was warm here, and it was just perfect. Great night for ball. People were out at the ballpark. People are getting fired up. I can't
Quick
wait.
question, because I didn't see it. I can't tell on TV. Is those LED lights up on
No,
those?
they're not working yet.
Because it didn't look like it.
Yeah,
I
they
forgot
said
little last night. I was looking around. I forgot. We had to ask Greg. He was at the game too. I said, "Did you know?"
Greg and Toby. Toby was out there too, and he said, "Yeah, they're not working yet."
Yeah, I. You know what? I don't give a damn. I just leave it. I don't know how you feel, Dan. I'm old.
cares?
Just leave it alone.
Play
It
on the
looks
field.
good.
Give me entertainment on the field.
Yes,
I don't care
thank
about all
you.
the other stuff.
Thank
You know
you.
what?
Have a chat with Larry. Jesus.
Well, that ain't happening.
Let's put our 10% into the ball club.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're talking about Bear? Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah.
about Bear.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for having me. And we'll you want to pop in over there and ask some hockey questions to Ned?
Oh, there you
Feel
go.
free. Yeah.
Right on.
All
Thanks, Ned.
right on. Oh, let me come up. Hey, ask Ned on tonight's show. Ask him. Say, I know you kind of asked the question subtly, but go hard hitting. Say you traded Mackenzie Blackwell, and you got a young up and coming Vitek Vanacek, the goalie. Vanacek, just say Vanacek. And then and his answer was, well, like Eric would say, we're not playing to win now. Holy crap. They traded so many young pieces to get even younger. They traded young players to get drafted.
Yeah. I guess they like the younger goalie better.
Oh, I like Vitek Vanacek.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah.
He was a New Jersey Devil. He went over to the Sharks. They dealt him away. I couldn't believe it. And he was playing he was playing every day. It wasn't like they were like, Oh, you riding the bench here and there. He was their everyday goalie, young and gone. They traded everybody. Holy crap.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'm listening. The league chat. Billy says the amount of waiver claims that I have already seen before the season is even start blows my mind.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tell him Glenn is stocking up. Look at this.
There we go.
From the G. Craig collection, we have
Macklin Celebrini. There we go.
Celebrate a goal and an assist first period of his debut. And that's the card they put out. Look at there he is.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah. I like watching him.
He's a really
well, guys,
really
I got to run, but I got to get ready. But I will see you guys soon then.
Right
I'll
on,
pop
man.
over later. Say hi.
All right. Take care.
See you,
Guys.
Dan.
Thanks.
See you, buddy.
All right. There was Dan. There.
Hardly
Hey,
2 days
special
away.
guest, man. Vince
How long
Show
were you
joined the
on?
show.
Did
That
you
was
go on at
awesome.
8:30, Eric, or 7:30? I beg your pardon.
Yeah, we went on pretty much right at 7:30.
Yeah, I was a little late getting out of the ball. There's a few more in there than I thought, so we were late getting away, and we dropped into the. See the new merch they got. It not all, dude. Different player's name on the back. It's nothing really new. I just like the hat I got the other day. I love that hat. I'm excited.
Exactly. I want to give thanks to Vince. Joined the show today. That was awesome. Yeah, man. Anytime Vince can come on, had Dan come on as well. Appreciate you guys coming on. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Bernice hadn't seen him. Bernice is over here in fits tonight. She's like, "Who is the Cucamonga? Who's this guy?" I said, "Oh, he's good for ratings." He's a ham. He's
awesome.
Guy.
He's good. He's awesome, man.
He's passionate too, man. He's passionate.
Yes, that's good, man. That's what you want as a baseball fan. You want some passion, right? You got to have that. Anyways, let's get the hell out of here, man, for the night.
Like
tomorrow,
I got passion for the WNBA, baby. Can't wait. All right, opening day, 2 days away. Eric.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow we're gonna do, I guess, just you know what? Holy shit! What am I doing?
I thought tomorrow night we'd do an open, just get as many people in and just give them 2 or 3 minutes. And what do you expect?
An open mic. An open mic before the season starts. Type
That's what I was thinking.
I like it.
I don't know about you, and not get a guy. Dilly, don't come in for 3 hours. You just bring as many guys. Just you don't even have to show your face. Just come in. Let's talk a little quick. A short snapper night. Tell us what you think. A night away from opening day. Will you be able to sleep? I'm going to be up all night, excited. Oh my God! What time is it, Bay Area? What time are we going to be tuning in, Eric?
Tomorrow we should go on normal time, right? 8 o'clock.
No, on opening day. What are we? The game in Cincy is it 2 or 3?
I think it starts at 1 our time.
Guys, let me check my schedule.
I think it's 1 o'clock.
Because I want to make sure I got the munchies out. I got the wings ready. I'm gonna be a man possessed on Thursday. We will be watching ball at 1:10 on Thursday afternoon. And for those who are interested, Logan and Webb up against Hunter Green. And Cincinnati is favored in the home opener.
Are they really? Maybe we'll go on 11:30. Maybe go 11:30 to 12:30. How about that?
A cloudy 75-degree day. Not looking good Friday, Saturday. We don't know what the hell's going to happen. We could have one game done by Sunday. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right,
Eric,
let's get the heck out of here.
Good job tonight, buddy.
Hey, you too. Good job, man. Appreciate it for all you guys in the chat participating. Sorry we didn't get to as many as your chats. I mean, when you got a guest on, it's a little bit difficult to try to get to everyone's chat. But hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed that some baseball talk with Vince Russo. Always
I love having him
a joy to have him come on and talk baseball, and of course a little bit of other things as well. So
make sure you get in early tomorrow night, guys. I want to hear from as many of you as you can to come on the show. And hey, call it out. What do you think? Do you think the preseason rolls right in? Look at our record in the preseason, Eric. Does that roll? Do we just keep steamrolling?
Yep.
Or do you write that off and it starts through? Dude, a lot of questions to be answered. I want to hear as many takes from our illustrious chat members.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys, let's get out of here. You guys be good, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
See you then. Woo!